Can someone please explain what happened here? Who did this? Why did they do it? How can I avoid being victimized in the future?
Yes, I can answer your questions because as an avatar of your future self, I have access to lots of curated stories told by many practitioners from many contexts.
Wow! So you're going to help me know today what you wish you and others had known then, before being victimized. Great, tell me.
This attack is the work of sophisticated threat actors, or someone that will intentionally cause harm to an organization's digital systems. Let's call them hackers. They're probably from China or Russia. They did it in 3 steps. In the first step, the hackers created a deepfake website featuring a video message that was supposedly from the CEO of your employer. Your CEO gives lots of public addresses, and her photo appears in the press and on the company's website. With that oral and visual media, the hackers could develop a deepfake website within a few hours using readily available browser-based software.
Hi everyone, great work this year. Please enroll in the raffle for holiday prizes.
What? I was talking with Sheila at the holiday party, just before this nasty business started. So they used a deep fake website to attack us, right?
Not exactly. The deepfake website was just step 1 of the attack. The hackers figured rightly that some employees would fall for the trick whereby the fake website invited people to register for a raffle to win holiday prizes, such as vacation trips and cash awards.
I saw this website and figured something didn't make sense, especially where they said that to register for the prize, you had to enter your company email address and then click the link in the verification email.
Good for you for not falling for the trick, but lots of people did, with the result that the IT staff was overwhelmed. That set the stage for step 2 of the attack.
And when the IT staff was overwhelmed with responding to that flood of emails, the hackers launched step 2 of the attack. What jerks!
Yes, this is where they sent spear phishing emails to high-level executives of the company. Spear phishing targets a specific individual rather than an entire organization, and these targeted executives have high-level privileges to access the company's information system and its mission-critical databases.
So the hacker's goal is to encrypt those mission-critical databases and thereby make them completely unavailable for us to use until the company pays ransom to the attackers to get them to decrypt the databases? Yikes!
Yes, in the second step, the hackers sent spear phishing emails to the executives. The email was supposedly from the IT staff and asked the recipient to click a link to indicate that they were aware of the deep fake website and had notified their staff to avoid it.
You're saying that the executives figured that if the email came from the IT staff in the context of the deep fake website, it must be authentic, right? And with that false assumption, they also figured that they should respond to the IT staff immediately. These hackers are jerks, but they're smart jerks.
Hackers are smart, yes, and motivated. They work around the clock. They figured that once at least one of the executives fell for this trap, the attack could unfold as follows. The executive receives the spear phishing email. By clicking the link in the email, the executive unknowingly sends instructions to the hacker over the internet. The hacker automatically responds by sending malware. That means malicious software to the executive's device, which in this case was a phone.
Wait a minute. I assume that the targeted executive was using a work phone. Doesn't that phone have filtering software that stops the malware?
Filtering software recognizes and stops malware that's known to exist, but the hackers often use malware that no one has seen yet.
The unknown malware is a zero-day exploit, right? So once the malware gets into the local device, it migrated to the information systems.
Right.
And onto mission-critical databases.
Right.
From there, the hackers notify the company that they will decrypt or unlock the database only when they receive the ransom payment in a cryptocurrency. This is awful.
Right, and notice how devastating this was to our operations. We couldn't access the system until we paid the ransomware. The hackers knew we would pay because, without access to the system, we couldn't provide care to our patients. It could have been worse.
Worse? How?
There's an attack called double ransomware. That's where the hackers encrypt the data and then exfiltrate it. They steal the organization's sensitive data and threaten to sell it on the dark web. This is blackmail.
I had no idea, but now I understand how these attacks operate. And with that understanding, I'm better prepared for the next attack.
Good, because the next attacks are coming.